You are not seeing reality right now. Everything that you're seeing is made up. And this is a very empowering thing to realize. So hopefully if you watch to the end of this video, you're going to realize that that's everything you need to know to completely change your life and experience again the joy and the peace that are your natural state. So let me explain you why you're not seeing reality. What you think you're seeing is not the thing. Let me explain. Right now, you are seeing something on a screen. You're actually only seeing colors and shapes in this screen, right? So what are your eyes actually getting out of it? Just shapes and colors. Your eyes are like a camera. They don't say anything. They just get into whatever is there, the reality, the sensory reality of that. And then your brain puts those together, goes to your past and thinks about many times seeing humans before in a screen and hears a voice talking when the mouth is moving and says, oh yeah, that's a person talking. Think about how the sound of this video is for someone who doesn't understand the language, or for your dog. It's just rah, 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 rah. So everything you're seeing all the time, you're heavily processing it. Actually, sometimes your brain is so hardcore processing everything that there's a huge delay between what is and how you're reacting. And this is the case most of the time, all the time, for everyone. We are all thinking that we're living reality, but check all these things that I'm saying on Google or ask ChatGPT, I don't know. The brain science is saying that basically you're reacting to your own past memories. You see how life-changing can that be? To realize that, not to understand it. I'm talking about really applying to your life. Today in your day, I challenge you to pick 3 objects and 1 person. And just start considering how much meaning you have given to it based on your past experiences with similar things, with similar people, even the same person. Yeah, but that person is not exactly the same person like a few years ago or even a few days before. So what we're seeing all the time is our projection from our past experience into what it is now. What's the problem with that? Well, think about all the negative emotions you have. All the hate, all the sadness, all the desperation, all the fear you're feeling is actually based in previous experience you had. So the more you had of that, the more you're going to see that in the world. Not because it's out there. This world today can be a very beautiful day, but for some people will say, well, there are a lot of clouds and it's very cold. So some people just don't like it because of the weather, let's say. But that's because depending on what you think about it. There's people who live in cold countries and they actually are very excited about cold weather. So we're giving meaning to everything. Can you imagine how powerful would be this to apply into your life? That you can change your emotional reaction to everything. That's like saying you can let go of all the negative reactions you have to anything. That's another way of saying you can be free. You can feel all the time connected, at peace, in a state of bliss, if you want to call it. And this is all just words. You know what I mean by these words? There's all memories and concepts. You know what I'm talking about. Actually, in this video, you're actually not hearing anything new. Not because you hear these specific words in this specific way, but just because you know everything you're hearing is actually your brain giving meaning to it. So you're not really even seeing a person outside of yourself talking about something you don't know. I am you and you are me. It's only your brain that separates the whole thing. And let's say, I'm not saying completely deactivate your brain. No, that's not the way. You cannot do that, let's put it this way. So it's not about that. It's about actually paying attention to what's happening. and how it's happening. And it should be liberating, very, very liberating, because what you realize is that you made all these assumptions about everything, and actually it wasn't the truth. You are not seeing reality like a camera. You're seeing reality as a documentary you're watching that has been processed by a director, which is your memory. You see what I'm saying? So we think we are seeing the thing and we are reacting to the thing, but actually we are only reacting to our own past, to our own memories. So your brain is constantly like an editor, like a director. It's just cutting, putting colors and doing all these things. So you're not watching reality. And the bigger the gap of processing, the more memories you have, the more you're missing reality, the more you're missing the peace of living in this moment. So the only way out of this simulation is to actually see, really see, without your conditioning, without your brain processing. Just see this video without giving it meaning, without reacting to it, just seeing the actual thing as it happens. And if you do that, it goes, my word for it is psychedelic. The sense that everything starts just blurring. Your perception of reality start becoming, not that you cannot function, of course you can function. I'm making a video, I can speak. But if you start just completely surrendering your processing of everything, you start living more like a baby. Remember when Jesus said that children are the ones who will get to heaven. Heaven meaning nirvana. Heaven meaning that state of enlightenment you know you are and you belong to, your natural state. And how you reach that? Well, you don't have to reach it. You have to undo the reaching to the illusory hypnosis we're living in. So take 3 objects and check on all the emotional baggage you're adding to that, all your history with that object, and try to see the object without that. And when that works, do it with a person. And do it all the time with everything in your life until you're free. Until you're free of your own past, of your own interpretations. And your mind will be silent. It's not that there are no thoughts, not that you cannot talk, but everything is grounded in a space of silence, of nowness, where everything, experiences are just bubbling into it. But if you are actually really seeing, you're relaxing and embracing everything as it is in the moment as it is, without giving meaning, without attributing judgment based on your past, your whole life experience changes into fascination moment by moment. So you don't have to do anything, actually. I suggest you that exercise, but we're talking about don't let your brain process even the information in this video. Just rest. And by resting, you're undoing your mental processing. But you rest awake. You rest conscious of everything as it happens without judging it. And that leads to this freshness of feeling happy and content that you are alive, that you're here, that now is now. And your past is not, and your brain predicting is not coloring this moment. There is only this fascinating, ever-going experience of this. That's all you want. That's heaven. That's nirvana. I hope I didn't make it too casual, but it is casual too, because I wanted to present it in a way that it feels accessible to you. That's the whole thing. That's the only thing you need to understand. You're making up the world you see, and you're reacting to the story you tell yourself about everything. How you undo that? Well, you just basically see how you're creating the stories. See how you're attributing the stories to everything you see all the time. Do that all the time, all the time. Realize that you're giving meaning, and you're reacting to the meaning you give to things. Just rest in that recognition. And all your experiences will flourish into freshness, to tranquility, enjoyment, and peace. That's what you deserve. That's how you deserve to live every moment, starting now.